Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Taurus reading. The new moon's occurring on May 7th and the evening on the west coast of the U.S., so apply that accordingly to wherever you are in the world. Welcome to all of you. I am doing personal readings, and the information for that is in the description box below. I appreciate all of the generous comments and donations that you have sent to me, in part as a result of the free reading that I give away on or about the first of every month. So thank you. I feel supported and appreciated, and that is very important to me. Your presence brings that for me and allows me to do what I do. So let's get started, Capricorn, with this overall energy for the new moon in Taurus, the Six of Pentacles. As you know, I will be doing a reading very specific to the new moon in Taurus following this reading, next week's reading. So the Six of Pentacles is describing the way in which you are managing all exchanges of energy in your life. You are understanding that your natural strength, diligence, discipline, consistency, and sense of responsibility often inclines you to take the role of caretaker or provider in many situations. This is where you take responsibility for the distribution of resources, the sharing of energy, the giving out of your effort. And at this time, you are very aware that it is important for you to make space to receive the love, the rewards, the recognition for the effort you put forward. In fact, you're understanding that abundance is not achieved at any level if you do not ensure a level of reciprocity. This is not because you want an equal tit for tat. This is because you realize that in supporting others, you are also receiving support back. And those relationships that do not give back, those exchanges that do not give back fairly, are relationships you understand you must minimize their impact, the time that you devote to that, your engagement over time, so that you are perhaps doing with less but elevating the quality of your relationships tremendously. In the present, we have the Death card. This is relating to the phenomenal change that you, Capricorn, are undergoing. Pluto's movement, particularly now back into retrograde, moving again into Capricorn, is a powerful reminder of the many years of the decades of really reconstructing yourself, rebuilding yourself, transforming yourself and your resources that you've undergone. You have quite likely experienced a lot of loss and have been on the bounce back of accepting and appreciating that this loss, these phenomenal and profound changes were ultimately to your benefit. And as we finalize Pluto's transit through Capricorn in the next few months, until about October, November, will it be moving back into Aquarius for the next 20 years. You are being allowed a review of the profound changes, an opportunity to absorb the phenomenal recalibration of every aspect of your life, including your physical body, your physical form. So this is really about letting go, letting go, letting go of things that not only have not served you, but in many ways have damaged you in order to make space for this rebirth that you are experiencing. In the past, the Five of Cups is describing specifically those relationships and experiences, those failures that were disappointing, those errors you made, those miscalculations in your effort in which you gave away too much, did not take credit for the things that didn't seem important to take credit for, but that ultimately sabotaged your success, that led to failures, the remorse, the pain, the heartbreak that you experienced in those, reviewing those specifically, particularly in terms of the way that you did not give yourself the love that you thought that you would get from others. This is realizing now that as a result of really releasing these experiences, mourning these losses, feeling the sadness, confronting those places in yourself that did not feel that you could give yourself what others could potentially give you, and being disappointed each and every time, has left you with an appreciation of what you learned from those experiences, what you learned from those heartaches. And that you now understand is the key to changing the status. And for many of you, this is about changing your status from accepting yourself as someone who is not lovable, is alone, is single, whatever the way that you have justified that you are not likely to have love, to find love. You're transitioning to a place where you realize that you are your best friend. You are honoring yourself by pursuing your dreams, by pursuing those things that you deserve. And that includes love. So this is a kind of rebirth, a reconnection, a birthing into a more whole sense of who you are. This, for many of you, is about love, about accepting that love is available for you if that's what you want. But it can be merely the embrace of a passion, of a talent or skill that allows you to express that love. In the future, we have the Three of Wands, and here you are busy reconstructing a more successful vehicle that brings you the opportunity to express your talents, to share what you have with others, to work with others to create something of value and beauty, to lend your services to the world or to those unfamiliar communities or audiences that you feel will allow you to grow, that will help you expand, that will take you into new terrain. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey card, Capricorn, and hope that you're enjoying this reading. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank you for that. And I pulled the card Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. This is perfectly positioned between the Five of Cups and the Death card, releasing the resentment that you may feel for the disappointments you've endured is one of the traps of releasing experiences that aren't good for you anyway. If you understand that they aren't good for you now, then they quite possibly weren't good for you then either. But yet it is so tempting to hold on to the belief that that was the one that got away, or if only really letting go of that, grieving that is allowing you to accept responsibility for your experiences. And that's important because you now are feeling empowered. You're making space for your agency, for the sense that you can create. If that didn't serve you, you can manifest something that will serve you, that will match where you are now. And I'm also going to pull Flora and Fauna of Africa, the ostrich. And the ostrich keyword is grounding. You've been out of touch. It's time to get back in tune. Keep your head held high, moving forward. Interesting. Well, for Capricorn, you're all about this grounding. And I do see with the pentacles here that you have really been concerned with the way your reflections represent the qualities and the resources that you have within. There's this energy of rebalancing your emotional resources so that you are honoring yourself, you are respecting yourself. That is the form of love that helps you to ground in your daily practices and your evaluation of those relationships and opportunities that really serve and support you and those that do not. I'm going to clarify the Death card in the presence with the Ace of Pentacles and the Knave or the Page of Cups. I love this. The Page of Cups is really what is allowing you to manifest this portal of opportunity, this portal of abundance, and particularly this is about imagining a long-term level of stability and security that you imagine, that you create from your talents, your gifts, your ability to let go of what has been and allow yourself to be, to move from your heart space, to move from your talents and gifts. This portal of opportunity, of abundance, is the very grounding that you are manifesting in your relationships, certainly. You're really elevating quality over quantity. You are no longer feeling confirmed by a clamor of approval. That means very little to you now. You now understand that it is the manifestation of your talents, some long-term, long-lasting goals, some vehicle, resource, value that others can participate in, because you're understanding that what you have to offer is not just for you, it's for others. It's important that you manifest this for others. Only you can manifest this out of your own creative depth. And there's a certain level of innocence, despite the difficulties you've endured. Something is telling me that you still believe in love. You still believe in the purity and innocence of what has actually protected you moving forward. For the Capricorns I'm talking to, you have not been motivated by greed. You certainly, in fact, may have had many financial challenges. You may be less secure financially than you would like to be. However, the chasing abundance has never been a goal for you. And if it has been, you probably missed the mark. But however, chasing your talent, your expression that is authentic to you is what is bringing you that abundance, is what now you recognize is giving you that chance, that limitless opportunity to have what it is you feel you need in order to continue to fuel this creativity, this imagination, the flow of love, the flow of appreciation and joy in the world. The Five of Cups in the past is clarified by, whoops, I think that's the Queen of Cups. And the Eight of Cups, lovely. All these cups here show me that you are learning, are empowering this flow of love in your life. This flow of love, which looks like for many of you a sense of self-respect, a sense of healthy boundaries, a sense of releasing those relationships that don't support you now and perhaps have not supported you, but that you were loyal to because you understood that's what others expected of you without receiving any reciprocal concern, care, attention, or love back. It's been a hard pattern for you to break, but you have grown in your ability to find joy and pleasure in what it is you do naturally, what authentically comes to you. And that has emboldened you, that has empowered you to move away from relationships that have always bounded your life and in towards taking that step towards a challenge that is giving you the ultimate significance, is lending credence to your mission, to your purpose here. That's the challenge you now have the opportunity to face, to bring it all together. This is about being a whole person, understanding that you have everything you need to pursue what you want, to obtain what you want. And that is the shift that you're experiencing. You once felt it belonged, the power belonged with others. In the future, the Three of Wands is clarified by the Chariot card and the Strength card. Beautiful. So yes, the sense of strength that has always inclined you to understand that you were the strong one. You were the one who could support others, who could help others, who could do the work without support because you were stronger. And that has led you to a negative pattern of giving to those who have often not given back. And that has, now you're understanding that all the work you've done to make other people successful are now skills that you have that will help to build out this project, this opportunity to experience real abundance, real stability and security in your world. You are no longer trying to be like others. You're no longer masking your difference. You're no longer trying to fit in, and you're certainly not looking for the approval of others. It doesn't mean that you shun others, by no means. It doesn't mean that you're kicking all of your loved ones to the curb, not at all. You're very focused on what it is that you know is your purpose, your mission, your goal, the contribution that the world is waiting for. You're moving in that direction with extreme focus and concentration. And this is bolstered by all of these experiences that you've had in which you've had to help others through the same experiences that you've gone through, with rarely that kind of support being given to you. A lot of judgment you've received for the mistakes you've made or the choices you've made. A lot of expectation that you can rise to the heights again without help. So you're sort of leaving a lot of that, letting that fall away as you focus on this new sense of empowerment and agency in your life. And the sense of love and support and abundance that's all around you, you see it now in a new way. I'm going to pull an oracle card from a new deck called The Yogic Path by Sahara Rose. And I'm going to be using the guidebook to support this reading because I don't know these cards that well and I want to know them better. And I've pulled prana, and I'm going to look that up. But along the way, I want to remind you or let you know that this deck draws on Indian spirituality, chakras, Ayurveda, the deities, and of course yoga. And prana is the subtle essence of vital life force and breath, flexible and creative. When you are prana full, you are beaming with vital life force. Energy flows easily throughout your body, and you are at one with divine consciousness. You dance through life with fluid movement, and your energy extends out of your body, felt by those surrounding you. You are in control of your breath and utilize it to move life force around you, bringing your mind, body, and spirit into balance. Continue to breathe into the light that exists within you. This is your connection to universal pranic energy. Thank you so much, Capricorn, fellow Capricorns, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.